Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and having good health. Today we have the lecture number 22, that is from chapter Fundamentals of Chemistry, and the topic we have it is mole. And a mole is also known as a chemist's secret unit. So let's see what is the chemist's secret unit. So we will take the start from the concept of mole. So what is the concept of mole? Basically, a mole, by definition, it is the amount of substance. It is basically the amount of any substance, and that substance must contain total Avogadro's number of particles. Avogadro's numbers mean it contain 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles, and these particles may be atoms, these may be molecules, or these may be formula unit. So when we are going to define the term mole, we need to say that the substance contain 6.02 into 10 raised to power 3 number of particles, where 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 it is the Avogadro's number of particles, and these particles may be atoms, molecules, and formula units. So this is a simple term that this is the definition of the mole. But for that, mole, it is abbreviated as MOL, mole. It is the abbreviation for the mole. So as we have seen that there are many elements and there are many compounds, and these elements and compound have molecular or maybe ionic. So the mass of substance, we need to find that the mass of these substances, like their atomic mass, their molecular mass, or we can say their formula mass. So we need to know that how we can be able to find the atomic, molecular, and formula mass. Along with that, we do not know how many number of particles are present, that how many atoms are present in a substance. So to find the number of atoms, we must relate that term with the mole. So mole. If we have 1 mole of copper, its mass is 63.5 gram, but we do not know how many copper atoms are present. So according to the concept of mole, 1 mole of copper will contain 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 atoms of copper. On the other hand, if we have 1 mole of copper, its mass is 63.5 grams, then it is also having copper atoms. As mass is 63, it means it is having total number of atoms 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23, that is equal to Avogadro's number. And if we have carbon atoms, as its mass is 12, the mass of both is different, it is 12 and it is 63.5, but the number of particles in 1 mole of any substance is always same, and these particles may be atoms, molecules, or the formula unit. So let's start the example. So before the understanding of the examples, you must know that what is the background of this. So the example, as when we buy eggs, we are usually asked for the dozen eggs. As we already know that there are 12 eggs present in one dozen. Likewise, if we are talking about the 1 mole of any substance, if we have 1 mole of carbon, its mass is 12 gram. Then how many number of carbon atoms are present? It is having 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 atoms of carbon. Likewise, if we are talking about 1 mole of water, 1 mole of water, as its mass is 18 gram, but we do not know that how many number of atoms are, or molecules are there, because water is a molecule. So it is having 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules of water. Likewise, as 1 dozen is having equal to 12 legs, so that's why 1 mole of substance is equal to 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 particles. And these particles, if the substance is having just atoms, so we will find its atoms. If it is having molecules, then it is having 1 mole of molecules of water is equal to 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 particles of water molecule. So that's why we must know that there are total how many number of atoms or how many number of molecules are present in the given substance. So this is the molecule. When we are going to talk about the quantitative definition of the mole, so the quantitative definition of the mole that has been given by the scientists, it is a mole is the basically atomic mass, it is the molecular mass, or it is the formula mass of a substance. When these masses are going to be expressed in grams, then it is known as 1 mole. It is known as 1 mole. When we are going to express the atomic mass, molecular mass, or the formula mass of substances in grams, then it is known as its mole. For example, if we are going to talk about the carbon atoms, or we can say that hydrogen atom, if we have 1 mole, we have hydrogen atoms is equal to 1 mole. It's mean it is having 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 atoms of hydrogen, and its mass is 1 gram. And when we are going to talk about 1 mole of carbon dioxide, it is having 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules, and it is equal to 44 grams. So this is the quantitative definition of mole, that when we have this mass of the substances in grams, like atomic mass, molecular mass, or the formula mass, where atomic mass is the mass of an atom, molecular mass is the mass of molecules, and the formula mass it is for the ionic compounds. So when they are going to be expressed in grams, then it is known as the mole, and mole is having the particles 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23. So the mass in grams is related to the mole of a substance. So this is all about the today's lecture about the mole. I hope you guys understand about the mole concept, that how it is related to the number of the particles. For that time, if you have any queries, you can ask me about that in the comment section, and I will get back to you guys soon. Inshallah. Allah Hafiz and thank you.